We're going to help out mid because I think we're in the grouping phase of this game. Going to stick to Guan Yu. Got some good damage off. Forcing him really far back. We're going to go ahead and use our shield because we know that people are near us. And we are able to get the Guan Yu. We're going to go ahead and ult this Chunga. She uses her immunity. That is her beads. We're going to use our Aegis. I don't think we're going to win this. Oh, nice. We got a double. Our shield came in super clutch, but Wool was able to clean us up. What a do, skibbity boo. It's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Nemesis in the jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, the stats for this game will be posted at the end. Nemesis is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy trying Nemesis out. So let's go ahead and go over her kit. The first thing I want to point out about Nemesis is that she has an attack chain. And what that means is that not all of her basic attacks deal the same amount of damage. So her first 2 basic attacks deal, let's say 100 damage. Her 3rd basic attack is going to deal about 75 damage. And then her 4th basic attack can deal above 100 damage. So in the 125 range to the 140 range. I don't know the exact numbers, I just know the first 2 are about like around 1, the 3rd one is less than the first 2, and the 4th one is more than all of them. So when you're using your abilities, you want to weave in these first 2 auto attacks and try to use an ability before the 3rd auto attack is required. So Nemesis' first ability is going to be a dash. She can dash once, deal some damage, either by basic attacks or with her other abilities, and then dash away. The second dash is on a timer, so you do want to make sure that you use it quickly. Nemesis 2, she's going to swipe her sword in front of her, and there's going to be a little cross section in the middle where it's going to do 2 times damage. And if they're also in the middle, they're going to be applied with a slow. Nemesis' 3rd ability, she's going to create a shield around herself. The shield can be removed by a hard CC, like a Ymir freeze. The shield is going to reflect 50% of the damage back at the enemy, and it's going to heal you for 100% of the damage. So right here we're blinking in mid, we're going to see if we can get some damage onto this Chunga. Hiding in the minion wave, but we're able to get the first blood. Pretty big hit. We got some good damage. We can totally invade their red right now, so that's what we're going to do. We got through Nemesis' first 3 abilities. Nemesis' ultimate is going to remove a percentage of the enemy's maximum or current health. Not maximum, their current health. So if they have 1,000 health, it's going to remove 20% at level 1. So they're going to immediately only have 800 health. We're going to check left lane, see if we can do anything here. And we're going to continue with the ultimate. That's a huge firm pool. Unfortunately, we were not able to get Uller, but we were able to relieve a little bit of pressure in this lane, so we're going to go ahead and back it up.
I will forgive that this time.
Nemesis' ultimate at level 1 is going to remove up to 20% of the current health. At level 5, that'll go all the way up to 30. Nemesis is also going to remove 30% of the enemy's protections. It's going to last for 5 seconds, and she's also going to get an increased movement speed, which is going to scale up as you put points into her ultimate. Nemesis' passive is as she lands basic attacks on an enemy, she's going to gain power 7% per hit, and the max stats is 3. So you can get a total of 21% power gain by landing 3 basics on an enemy. So we are off to a great start in this game.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So we just hit our speed. We're going to make our way over to our blue. We do not have vision on the solo laner, so there's Guan Yu. We don't have the best matchup into Guan Yu right now, especially without boots or ultimate, so we're probably just going to skedaddle, head mid. Chunga's looking pretty weak. I have my blink and 10. If we could loop up the back way, we might be able to burn her down. We're going to kind of hide out just a second, see if she oversteps.
Be careful. Out of mana.
That's the overstep. There's her immune. There's a slow. We get to dash through her. And we actually had a perfect body block going. But we're looking pretty weak. Their red is up. But we're looking pretty weak. We don't really know if this Cuckoo's going to come and support us. So we're just going to play defensively and go for our own stuff.
Bad luck indeed.
That's too bad.
The dual lane is moving over to purple.
Help.
I should absolutely go right there right now. I'm looking pretty weak in terms of health and mana, but hopefully we can make a difference. We're going to use our ultimate on Ghoul, use our 2 to get a slow and get the double damage. We're able to get the pick onto Ghoul. Now we're going to back off just because Sylvanas might be able to get the final hit on us. We have enough money for boots. We're going to go ahead and hit damage just because we're right next to it. It's going to be easier to hit it now than to try to rotate for it later. So right here I am very weak, but I want to make sure I'm killing these small minions. That way I get the health and mana from the Assassin's Blessing starter item. If I were to try to just get the big minion, I might go down from the damage from all 3. But if I get a small one, I will gain a small amount of health and mana back, which should help me kill the other minions in the camp.
Be careful middle.
So our speed is up, blue is about to be up.
Left.
So on this jungle camp, we're going to go basic, basic, ability, basic, basic, ability, basic, ability. And that's kind of the combo that you want to be using on camps and enemy gods if possible. We're hitting with our first 2 basics because they do 100 damage. And then that third one does less than the 100% damage. So we're not interested in that third basic attack unless we absolutely have to. We really want to play off the first 2 basic attacks. We're going to try something on Guan Yu. I don't think it's going to be too successful. We do have our ultimate. He dashes and immediately dodges our first round of damage. So we just know it's not going to go well, so we're just going to disengage. Hopefully just by showing up in that lane that got Guan Yu to relieve a little bit of pressure. We have our blink. She immuned our ultimate, unfortunately.
Farewell. Enemy missing left.
Oh no, we tried to dash out there,
Enemy missing
but we
left.
waited just a little too long and the dash canceled before we were able to get the second one. The set shows up out of nowhere. So we were just a little too far stepped up. We might have been able to get out if we dashed a little bit sooner before the dash got canceled. So that was probably a preventable death.
Bad luck indeed. Farewell.
So now we are leaving Fountain and we do not have yellow to go to. But if we look in the left jungle, we have a mini camp, a red, purple just went down. But there's more camps on the left side of the jungle, so that's where we're going to go whenever speed is not up. Uller is a little far pushed up. Our speed is also about to be up. Looks like we're going to make a gank attempt on Ul. Nope. Our speed's up. Looks like we're going to walk to it. Gonna pick up our speed and we're gonna go ahead and hit the jungle shrine. Get the 25 gold per teammate. Each teammate gets 25 gold.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So Guan Yu does look pretty killable right here. We're gonna hit blue with Soul.
Be careful left.
And then maybe try to make a move onto Guan. I bet you he probably just went for his blue.
Ultimate is down. Attack.
Looking at the mini-map. It looks like he backs, so we're gonna go mid.
Bad luck indeed. Yes.
Ult the Changa, blow her up. We're gonna dash away. Hopefully our team can clean that up. Unfortunately they cannot, and Beset jumps in at a great time. He's able to get the kill onto Tukolpin. We're gonna make a play for the Oracle just because we're over here and our timer for red is a little bit off. We're gonna take a look at. Ooh, he's full health. We might be able to gank the Sylvanas. It looks like it's just there's Changa. Never mind. We can get some poke onto Changa. There we go. Now we're just gonna get some poke onto the Sylvanas because we can. The set is nearby.
An ally has been slain.
Great pull by Sylvanas, but nobody's near him. We're hanging out with Nox, gonna clear this wave. Red is up, so that's gonna be our next target. So let's go ahead and go over the build just a little bit and kind of talk about some synergies for items with Nemesis. The way I see it is Nemesis can be built in one of two ways as an assassin. She can be built more ability based, or she can be built more auto attack based. I personally prefer the ability based Nemesis. It just feels good to get a large amount of damage off, weave in one or two auto attacks and then get out, versus trying to stay in and continuously get auto attacks in. It's just personal preference and play style. I like the ability base, so we're going to go over why the build that we're building makes it work. So with the Assassin's Blessing, you're just going to need that for jungling. It gives you some penetration whenever it evolves. After that, we are going to be going into the Crusher. The Crusher is going to give us attack speed, power, penetration, and a passive that whenever we deal damage with an ability, we're going to go ahead and gank this Seanyb. We use our ultimate, takes out a good chunk of his health. Seanyb going in on the soul. We're going to use our
literally
shield.
All of my teammates are trolls.
Oh, I think Juan's going to be able to get out. That's unfortunate. Crusher has a passive to where whenever you damage an enemy with an ability, it's going to do a percentage of your total power over the next 2 seconds.
Am I in hell?
So it's great for poke damage and then just a little bit of tick damage. A little bit of tick damage can really be the difference in early game or not. After that, we're going to be going into Warrior Tabi, just trying to get as much power as possible. And then after Warrior Tabi, we are going to be going into Transcendence. It's going to take a while to stack Transcendence, but once it is fully stacked, it is going to provide a lot of power. Right here, we're going to want to get out. We do not want to deal with this beset. We also have our blink, so we're going to blink out just to make sure we're really out. And we're going to go ahead and rotate to the back harpies.
Enemy missing left.
Try to get as much XP as possible.
It's your job not to die.
Red's up, so we're going to go ahead and clear this. I can get away with hitting these camps with low health and low mana because I have no intention of fighting, and I don't think they're going to push into our jungle. If they did, I would have to run away and just kind of play defensively, but I didn't expect them to. They didn't, so we were able to just hit those camps with a little bit of health. Our speed is up. Guan is near our blue, so we're going to hit our speed. I don't know if we successfully ganked Seanyb this game. He's kind of a very elusive character. He's got his dash, he's got his ultimate. We gotta try to make sure both are down before fully committing to him, or else he'll probably just get away.
I'm going for jungle buff.
Basic ability, basic. Camp's dead. So Seanyb full health, I just don't think there's much we can do. Soul seems to be handling him pretty fine. So we're just going to kind of let that lane figure itself out. I feel like we have made a good impact in mid. We've gotten Changa to back a few times. Even gotten the kill on her a few times. The set is here. We use our shield. She jumps right into the shield, so that's going to heal us a little bit and do a little bit of damage to her. But we do not have a lot of points into our shield, so it's not going to be super effective. We maxed out our second ability, and then we put points into our one, so that way we have the most damage right away. But if you were in a rough matchup where you feel like you're being targeted a lot as Nemesis, I would recommend leveling up the 2, and then leveling up the 3, then the 1.
Be careful left. Be careful right.
So all of our camps are hit. We're going to look for some kind of more neutral camps. These small harpies will do. Nox is tussling in mid by herself. Uller is very weak and very far up. we're going to make a rotation. I think we're going to be able to just burn him down very easily here. Oh no, is this the choke? This is the choke!
Be careful left.
So I totally should have had that Uller, but I don't know. My controller has a sticky A button, so whenever I pushed A to try to figure out where my blink was going to land, nothing happened, and I thought I had blinked, or I'd pushed in the button to blink, so I threw my 2. Well, I didn't blink, and I just 2'd the thin air, and he was able to back.
Poggers!
That's a fun little whoopsie I get to relive.
Okay, literally all of my teammates are trolls.
So we're gonna go ahead and hit speed. Make our way to the jungle shrine, the harpies, and then our blue. I really just don't think we're gonna get a lot of value out of trying to gank the Guan Yu, the level 14 Guan Yu. So he is beating our soul out. However, we might be able to tussle. Here comes the Beset. We're going to get a little bit of poke.
Sticky.
There are both of our dashes, so we're going to need to be careful. There is the Guan Yu ultimate. We might be dead here. We're going to go ahead and use our Aegis.
You can't run from me. Your middle tower has been destroyed.
We're going to dash away.
Might have broken a candy
Soul
cane.
gave me excellent
Or two.
peel.
Filthy
Thank you very
traitors.
much. So we're going to go ahead and back.
I've never seen such a beautiful piece of candy.
Gank. Enemy missing middle.
So it looks like the team fight is going on right. We're going to skip the back left harpy and move over to the team fight.
Help right lane. Retreat middle lane. Help right lane.
Ultimate is down. Please.
Hopefully there's something that we can do here. It's a 2v3, now it's a 3v3. That's Chunga's ultimate. We're gonna dash through, dash away. We're gonna pop a health potion, try to get some of this health back.
Dude, that guy is literally a bot.
We're able to get the pick onto Chunga.
Enemy
I
ultimate
missed mine
incoming.
too, onto the Sylvanas, but we're gonna try to stick to the Sylvanas.
An enemy has
Soul's
been
able to
slain.
get the pick onto Sylvanas. We're gonna blink away from the Guan Yu just because we're pretty weak. He might be able to get us. I think the team's going to be able to clean him up. I'm pretty weak, so I'm just going to go ahead and back.
Tower is under attack.
After going into Transcendence, we are going to be going into
Attack right tower.
Hydra's Lament. Hydra's Lament is going to give us a little bit of cooldown, a little bit of power, a little bit of MP5 and mana. And whenever we use an ability, our next basic attack is going to deal a percentage of our total power. So it's going to be a souped up basic attack after an ability. And since we're already trying to auto cancel our attack chain with abilities, it's just going to synergize very well with the playstyle that we're already trying to play. We should be able to kill this Changa. The set might be a problem. We're going to use our shield, try to avoid a little bit of damage. We're going to have to dash out. So in this game, I feel like if I would have had my shield, I might be able to stay in those fights a little bit longer. But I don't think I would have the kill potential because I don't have the damage on my dash. This game, I decided to level my dash second, and I feel like it worked out okay. I could also see why people would want to level the 3 first. I think either is acceptable or viable. I just think that the 2 should probably be leveled first. So our team has not grouped extremely well this game. We're kind of past the laning phase and in the team fight stage. I don't think Cooler saw us, even though he just placed that ward. That's his B's. We're gonna dash up to him. And we're able to get him with a basic.
Excellent work.
So that is 5, 1, and 3. We're going to see if there's anything that we can do for mid. Heimdall is coming over. Nope, he's just going for the camp.
Ultimate is ready.
2 people in mid. Sylvanas is very far pushed up and has no real escape. We're gonna go ahead and ult onto this Changa. We're able to get stick onto the Changa. Next, we're gonna try to stick to the Sylvanas. 3 people here, it's just me, so we're gonna back it up. Soul is also here. Heimdall's now here, but we're in the fallback position. Heimdall a little overstepped a little bit, retreating into jungle. We're gonna try to get a little bit of damage onto this set. We dash through here, but Heimdall is able to get the final hit. So now it's just their support and their solo. So just 2 tanky people, no real damage. Wanyu does do damage, but hopefully not kill potential. So we should be able to really push this here. So now they have Uller back online. We got our tower.
On my way.
Probably best to back up here. We're gonna get a little bit of poke onto Uller just because we can. Make our way over to Oracles. Right here I'm holding my dash just because I know Uller was somewhat nearby. I don't want to get caught without my dash when the enemies are nearby, so I just use my regular basic attacks. We're going to go ahead and rotate over to left. Waves are in the middle, so wave is neutral. We're going to go ahead and clean up the purple for Heimdall, and then we're going to pick up our Hydra's Lament.
I've never seen such
And then we are also going to go into Arondight.
Excuse me.
So Arondight is a very unique item. It's going to make it to where you have 10% cooldown, 75 power, which is a very large amount of power. And whenever you ult somebody, you're going to get increased movement speed, and then the next time you basic attack an enemy, it's going to deal very similar to what the Crusher and Hydra's does. It's going to deal a percentage of your total power over a second or two.
Forgive that.
So now we have a lot of power on the front end, but on the back end we have Crusher damage coming, we have Hydra Lament damage coming, and soon we will have Arondight damage on the back end. So if we could land our ultimate, our 2, and then a basic attack, we will be doing an insane amount of damage to somebody.
Enemy ultimate down.
The sets here, we don't have a dash, so we're going to want to try to wiggle around a little bit. We're going to stick to Sylvanas just because he does not have any escapes.
It's your job not to die.
The set dodges that beautifully. Oh my goodness. Please get the Beset. Please get the Beset. There we go.
Oh my god, get farmed, idiot.
So Sylvanas should be a very easy target. We're gonna auto attack, dash, auto attack, dash. So they just have Guanyu's up. He's all the way in right. We could totally get the Gold Fury. It would just need somebody with me. Nobody really seems to want to come with me, so I'm gonna push the left lane.
Sweet and sticky.
Big fat wave I get to clean up. And Heimdall's down for another 10 seconds, so he wasn't going to be able to get that wave, so I think that is fine that we got that. We're also going to drop this purple. That he probably could get, and we're probably stealing a little bit of XP from him, but he's already a level 20, so it does not matter too much.
Take that.
So we're going to go ahead and back and finish off our Arondight.
Just look at the sugar workup. Magnificent.
On my way. Be careful, middle.
Sweet and sticky.
Save
We're going to hit our
yourself.
speed buff, then the Harpies and Jungle Shrine. We're going to help out mid because I think we're in the
Attack.
grouping phase of this game. Going to stick to Guanyu. Got some good damage off. Forcing him really far back. We're going to go ahead and use our shield because we know that people are near us. And we are able to get the Guanyu.
Okay,
We're going to
literally
go
all of my
ahead
teammates
and
are trolls.
ult this Changa. She
Poggers.
uses her immunity. That is her beads. We're going to use our Aegis. I don't think we're going to win this. Oh, nice. We got a double. Our shield came in super clutch, but Wool was able to clean us up. So I don't see our team losing this team fight. We've got 3 there. Now it is just the Wool. So that's going to be another towering. Nox is looking pretty
I'll
weak.
forgive that.
Soul and Time are about half health.
Be careful. Never attack the middle phoenix.
An enemy has been slain.
We are able to get the middle Phoenix.
Oh my god, I survived!
I don't think we're going to be able to close the game out because they have 2 people spawning with another 2 pretty close behind.
Thanks.
So now that we have a Phoenix down, they are going to have to deal with fire minions in mid lane, and hopefully that should open up the rest of the map for us, because at least one person will have to deal with those fire minions. So potentially we've created a 4v5 somewhere else on the map by getting their Phoenix down. Our speed is almost up.
Be careful, right?
On my way.
On my way.
Soul has 2 people on her. Looks like she's about to go down.
My apologies.
Yeah!
She was just too far up there. Nobody was close enough to help her whenever they started to put pressure onto her.
Excuse me. Greetings. Okay. Thanks.
We dropped the
You've
blue.
earned my favor.
We're going to try to group with Nemesis and Cuckoo. Yeah, we could totally solo this Pyro. Basic attack, basic attack, ability, basic attack, basic attack, ability.
Save yourself. On my way. Help left lane.
The ability cancel on the auto attacks also works for the
Nice
3.
job.
Gank.
Looks like they are going for the Gold Fury. We are close enough that we're going to be able to make a difference here. We get our 2 off. We're going to try to stick to this Ghoul. He's the majority of their damage. Ghoul's going to go down. We're going to push them off. We're going to move over to the Sylvanas. Apply our ultimate. We're going to remove 20% of his health.
Bad luck
Going to also increase our movement speed. We're going to land the 2, which is going to apply a slow. We're trying to stick to him, landing some basics whenever we can. And we are able to get the pick.
Excellent work.
So next is the Gold Fury.
Yes.
This is just the regular Gold Fury, so we're just going to get some gold as a team.
Falling back. Yes. I'll attack left lane.
So we're at the point where we could definitely get this tier 1 tower in left. We're going to put a little bit of effort into pushing some structures down. Gonna throw up the shield and then just run in and throw some auto attacks on the tower.
Team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
We have 4 grouped in left.
Attack left tower.
I'm gonna dash in and dash out because somehow I got targeted.
Your team has destroyed a
So there's
left
already
enemy
2 people here. I don't think we're gonna be able to just
Okay.
run it down the lane and get the Phoenix. I think we could spend our time and
Retreat.
health going after Fire Giant, and then that would eventually pay off a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and strip their camps.
Retreat. Save yourself. Enemy ultimate incoming. Excuse me.
Sylvanas pulls me through a wall. Very good pull. Cuckoo ults, get some damage off. We're going to loop around through mid lane. Their whole team is in this jungle. We're going to ult this Wooler.
Die in hell.
We get our 2 off.
Double kill.
We might be in a little bit of danger
An
here
enemy
just
has
because
been
we
slain.
are kind of Yeah, and then Ool's able to get us.
Okay, literally all of
So
my
that was
teammates
a
are trolls.
little bit of a misplay. As soon as I saw Ullr's beads, I probably should have re-evaluated the situation on whether I wanted to continue pursuing or to just accept
Excuse
that I
me.
pulled his beads and that is a small win. We're going to sell our Blessing and get Heartseeker. Heartseeker is going to give us a lot of power, and it's also going to make sure that we are dealing a percentage of the enemy's health whenever we damage them with an ability. So in that last fight, I think Ullr's beads and was able to jump out, where I had to use a dash to catch up to Ullr, and then he jumped. And then I had to use my second dash, which put me a little bit too far away, and then he had time to face me,
opens.
get into the stance he wanted, and start trading with me while I was all on cooldown trying to close the distance with him.
On my way.
Your right tower has been
I think I
destroyed.
should have pulled off
Defend
whenever he
the
used his
fire
beads
Defend the
and then
fire
taken that
giant.
small
Defend the fire
win.
giant. Ultimate is ready.
Defend the fire giant. Defend the fire giant.
So their middle Phoenix is coming back online.
Stick around.
Time to ult somebody. Cuckoo also ults. We're gonna go ahead and throw our ultimate onto the Guan Yu. We're gonna try to stick to him as much as possible. He's one shot. We're able to get the pick. We're gonna move in with Nox and Soul.
Greetings.
We have the people. Let's get fire. Let's get fire. Let's get fire.
Fire giant. Attack.
There we go.
Fire giant.
Okay.
Left leg.
Okay.
Time to explode. Take that! Right there!
So Changa is nearby, but I think our team is going to be able to burn this down relatively quickly. We get the fire giant, and now Changa is super weak.
That guy is literally a bot.
Changa goes down, Ulu's hanging about if they want to keep engaging us 1v1.
Be careful.
Let's do it all day.
Take that!
On my way.
Soul's going to handle Beset, so I'm going to push with Nox and Cuckoo in mid.
Bad luck indeed.
Beset's most likely going to back. So now it's going to be a 3v3 up here. We're going to dash in, try to get our damage off onto the ruler. He's able to dash out.
Let's go, baby.
Nox is able to use her ultimate to confirm the kill.
Attack the turret.
Now it is a 2v3,
Attack.
or 3v3 still. We're going to use our 3, dash away. We're going to stick to Sylvanas just because
Careful.
he's very immobile. We can get a lot of damage off if he's just going to stand and tussle. We're going to use our 3 to avoid the Guan Yu damage. We're going to use our 2 onto the Beset, and then we're going to have to dash out right here.
My apologies.
We were able to dash out, but we're going to have to back. There's not much we can do with under 200 health.
Be careful left.
Oh, you know, just looking ahead.
Tactical fury.
On my way!
We're going to move over and get our speed. I feel like speed is very helpful on Nemesis. Maybe a little bit more than some of the other gods. I don't know. Could be just a bias. I feel like Nemesis is also very slept on as a character and as a god. You can build support items on her and be a half-decent support. Her
Excellent
slow and ultimate kind of allow her that flexibility. It's also one of those situations where I think you would just need a lot of cooldown, or else you'd feel kind of newly.
Excuse me. Okay. Thanks.
So we are just going to push this wave up and right, and then hopefully link up with our team. This game is taking... I feel like this game could have ended around the 25-minute mark whenever we got that first Phoenix.
Greetings.
We just failed to group as a team and make decisive decisions. We're going to go for the Pyromancer. Should be able to burn this down pretty easily. So now we have 4
Excellent
people
work.
together. So I've been asked what does Pyromancer do a couple of times. Pyromancer is going to give you 100 gold plus 3 gold for every minute that the game has gone on. So at 20 minutes, that's going to be 100 gold plus 3 times 20 is 60, so
Ultimate is
160
down.
gold
Split push.
per
Split
teammate
push.
on the team that kills the Pyromancer. And you are also going to get a 40% movement increase when leaving the fountain for 15 seconds. And the effect of that is going to last for 90 seconds. So if you look at the bottom of the minimap,
An enemy has
there
been
is a
slain.
little circle timer that is dwindling down under my Titan. And that is how long our team has Pyromancer. Nemesis is very weak, they're able to clean her up. I'm just going to push this left tower while our team dances. Do a little old split push.
Attack the turret. Attack the turret.
Changa rotates over, gets her ult off. That puts me in a little bit of a bad situation. Guan Yu is also going to rotate over. I use my Aegis a little bit too early, and I'm able to go, and I go down. But by split pushing, I open up the middle lane for our team to push and get the Phoenix. And it looks like they might even end here. Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and possibly even subscribe. The stats we posted in just a second. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.